one of my subscribers on here wanted a kind of like a beginning introduction lesson for a beginner. You know, somebody just starting out, trying to excuse me, trying to put it all together. You know, maybe you've learned a few licks. You got the G lick. You got some basic rhythm, and you know your G chord. You know your C chord, F. Your D minor, D7, you know your D chord. So you got a handful of chords, basic chords. If you got all that stuff down, and you know simple techniques like a hammer-on, one of the best songs to learn, I think, is Under the Double Eagle. That's a good song. My dad taught me that back in the day. I think we learned it off of a guitar player named Steve Kaufman. Pretty good picker. And he played it, well, a lot better than I'm going to be able to play it for you, but I got the basics of it down, and you can kind of add your own licks to it. And I show you all these daily licks of the day that you can all add. They're interchangeable with all these songs, especially with songs in the key of G, C, F. Look, basically all bluegrass songs is G, A, D, F. That's pretty much it. And then variations on their chords. But I'm going to show you the beginner version of this song, Under the Double Eagle. Now, I'm going to start out in the key of G, and we're going to do a simple walk up here. We're going to do this. That's what we're going to do. And then we're going to hit that bass note on the E. You got that down? E on the 3rd fret, open A, and then 2, and on the 3rd fret on the A. And then 1 strum. Right after you get doing that 1 strum, you're actually going to take your ring finger, if you got one. That's a joke I always like to say. I don't see too many guitar players out there missing any limbs, but if you have one, you're going to take it and you're going to bar the E string and the A string like this. If you accidentally bar, 3 of the strings, it doesn't matter. You're just trying to bar the first 2. It's all on the 3rd fret, the E and the A. So if you got that, now you're going to have this. Alright, now you've probably learned hammer-ons and stuff like that. You're going to do a hammer-on on the D string on the 2nd fret. So now we got this. 1 strum too. So there's going to be a lot of parts in here where you're only doing like a single strum. Sometimes it's more, but just get used to just doing a hammer-on or a note and then strumming one time. So here we got this so far. Then the hammer, or I'm sorry, the bar chord. So far. Hammer on the D, strum. And one more time. You can even get down on the strings low, make it sound a little more twangy. You're going to come back to the A string on the 3rd fret and strum again. So far you should have this. So that's the first part. Let me play it for you a couple times. Now you're going to walk up. You're going to hit that D string. It's going to be fretted, because you're going to be playing a C chord right now, right? So you hammer it on, and basically when you hit that A again, you basically brought it back to the C. You picked out all the notes that are in C. So now you're going to see. And then, like I said, you're going to hit the D, and then hammer on the G. Open, and then hammer on the second fret, and then open. So now we got this. You see how after a lot of these single notes or hammer-ons, there's that one strum I told you about. Start over. See, he's basically walking up in higher pitch with the hammers, but then he's coming back down. All right, let me play that again. All right, now we're going to walk from the second to the third fret on the D. But we're going to that variation of a G chord, I believe. I don't know the name of the chord. But this is used a lot by Doc Watson and bluegrass players. It sounds like a G, but a minor variation of it. And it's a really easy chord because you know why? All you gotta do is fret one fret, and it sounds awesome. One fret on the E string there, and you're trying to hit the last three strings, the G and the B and the E. Right? So beautiful sounding little chord there. A lot of people don't play that chord, but yeah, Doc Watson uses it a lot. He uses that chord a lot. So far we got this. In that last strum, he doesn't just strum it. He comes back on that strum. See that? It's kind of a, you'll get it after a while. It's a feeling. It comes down to a natural feeling with your strumming. You'll get better at it. So this so far. Alright, so we're in that little partial G chord there, that minor. Right there. And now we walked up. Remember, now we're just going to walk back. So the first time he does this. And then now we're just going to walk back down. See? So that little part, I'll play it. So that's that whole little part there. So you can even practice that two parts there. So the first part will be one strum, and then so once you got that down, it'll sound like this. And then he just does it twice. So repeat that. So that's the thing about Under the Double Eagle and a lot of these tunes. Once you learn the first part I showed you, a lot of times you'll just repeat it. And in this case, you just play it twice, literally the same way. So you kind of want to get that funky rhythm going on between. See that? So that's what you want to do. So that's the rhythm style right there. There's one. And what I'm going to do, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't want this lesson to go on 30 minutes. I think it's better that you focus on that part. It's like I said, if you learn that first piece right there, that'll give you enough to chew on, eat on uh, for now. And then just know that when you play it, when you learn that first part, you just play it twice. And that's going to be like the first 30 seconds or the first minute of the song. Let me play it a couple times real slowly again. I'm going to play it twice, just like you should. Now you could start it over like that, or you could just do it slow like I did in the beginning. Like that. This is the second time around. So focus on that. I'll give you a preview now of what the next part sounds like, and here's what it sounds like with the second part, which I'll do a separate video for Under the Double Eagle. Here it is. F. Oh. And here's that run at the end. So that's a really cool run. Real simple, all single notes. Let's see. You can even double it up if you want to double pick it. It sounds kind of more bluegrassy. So hopefully this is a lesson for some of you beginners, that you can go ahead and learn a real easy bluegrass tune. This is one of the most top 100 bluegrass tunes. Everybody knows Under the Double Eagle. And I'll go through it for you, that beginning part once more here before I get off. There's the first time. The bar. Alright, that should be good, and stay tuned for the second video.